Morning. Welcome to Coffee with Pegasus. Well, one of the lessons I had to learn in the astral was how to fly. Oh yeah, you can fly in the astral. You can flit around from one place to another, as the Fae would say. You can find out what your mythical creature is, if you have one. You can move around in the astral with a simple thought. That being said, how? Well, at night, when you feel yourself falling, and some people tell you you must wake up before you hit the ground. If you don't, you'll die. Well, I'm still here, much to some people's dismay. And so is every one of my students. So is every one of my grove. We're all still here. And so is pretty much everyone that used to attend the HOP. They're all still here. And the conversations we all had as they learned how to fly or move around or how to land in the astral, it's not that bad, really. Got to get past the fear. So, how to fly in the astral? It's a conscious thought, right? Okay, so people will say, dude, I'm falling asleep, I'm falling into the astral. How do I have a conscious thought? Well, it's your world. You have control over it. You have to understand this. The only thing in that world that you don't have control over is aspects of other realms that other beings, quote, spirits, have built. Then you're a simple interactive part. The only world that you have total 100% control over is your dreamscape. That's another book, so to speak. Your astral plane, when you feel yourself falling, you want to first imagine yourself throwing those wings out. Now, not everybody has wings, but if you imagine yourself throwing those wings out, slowing down that fall, enjoying the brisk wind, enjoying the breeze as it blows across your body, whatever that body may be. Try to feel wings coming out and catching the air. Now, this may sound really silly, but those who do not have wings, you will feel your descent falling rapidly. Excuse me. You will feel your descent slowing down rapidly. And as you go to touch down on the ground, throw your arms out slightly. Throw your arms out slightly, and you will basically land with little to no thud whatsoever. So when you're working on falling into the astral, or you feel yourself falling in your sleep, don't freak out. Don't be afraid. Now, again, if you have wings and you throw out your arms, you're going to throw out your wings, because in most perception of the astral, your arms are your wings. I received one of the nicknames Pegasus because many people who saw me in the astral only knew it was me by the eyes. They saw the whitish gray Pegasus, winged horse, who basically had my same attitude, go figure. And I found my wings totally by accident. I was falling one night into the astral, and I got tired of landing so hard that I almost ended up kicking my ass out of bed. So I was told by a friend of mine, throw your arms out. I'm like, well, okay. My wife at the time was not enjoyable of it, because I threw her ass out of bed. I didn't think about disconnecting my mental body with my physical body. So, yeah, well, that was kind of fun to watch, but not really. Yeah, it was. But anyway, so see your spiritual arms, your psychological arms go out, not your physical arms, because, well, your mate that's laying with you may not like it. So when you throw those arms out, feel yourself catch the wind. Feel yourself catch the wind and start to float, start to fly. And then once you catch flight and you decide that you can stay stable and you learn how to catch your balance in the air, then you can start looking at your astral body. Are you a human with wings? Stroke Fae? Possibly. Are you another Pegasus? Are you a dragon? Are you a eagle, hawk? Are you any one of the other millions of mythical creatures that humans have been programmed not to believe in through the years? Your astral body, whatever you are, you can start researching what that being means to the astral. Now, I have a sister, a wonderful friend, a twin, who is a unipeg, a unicorn with wings. I've never, ever seen one in the astral. I've seen her outline, I've seen her shadows, but I've never actually truly seen the physical shape of a unipeg. I'm not going to say they don't exist. Of course, I give her hell and say not. No such thing as a unicorn with wings or a Pegasus with a horny head. Okay, that went bad. Never mind. But it doesn't mean they don't exist. I've heard reports of snakes with wings. I've heard reports of flying dogs, flying cats. I guess you can be any damn thing you want to be. So at the end of the day, it's your astral. Try not to make it so far-fetched that if you do sit down and talk to another practitioner about it, that their bullshit meter goes clean off of the scale. Try not to tell people you're a white lighter. That's just... Anyway, not going to go there. And if you end up being a rock with wings, okay, whatever. Do remember that you're not the only creature flying around in the astral. Also do remember that I've never seen any such thing as flight control or flight controllers in the astral. You don't have radios and stuff where you know where all of the other flyers are. You have to be very, very vigilant and very observant when you're in the air. Because at the speed you're going to be flying, if you slam into another being while in flight, you're going to be sore as hell when you wake up the next morning. There have been reports, and I have experienced myself, of waking up with bumps and bruises from running into the side of mountains, from flying with my head up my ass, so to speak, and not paying attention where I'm going. So, with that in mind. You can fly over multiple realms rather than walking through the veils. You can fly over the realms. You can kind of get a visual of what's going on if you wish. Just be mindful and respectful of other creatures' privacy. be sure to be mindful and respective of other creatures in other realms when you're flying over. If you get a wild hair to land in that realm, the same thing applies. Respect. If you just plop down in a realm where you have not previously asked permission, you can find yourself being asked to leave, or you can find yourself being pulled into the clan leader of that particular realm, or the master of that particular realm, depending on what they call it. So as you're going through these different flights and learning how to go places and learning what you can and cannot do, don't be afraid of the air. Just like waterborne creatures. If you're falling through the astral and you find yourself with no wings, no arms, no nothing but fins, I recommend that you re-gauge your thinking and request to fall in water, because you may find it a bit hard to breathe on land. There are waterborne creatures in the astral just as there are landborne and airborne creatures. Not everything or everyone in the astral can fly. You can cushion your landing by holding out your arms and catching the air, and the gravity will change so that you do not get hurt when you land. Some landborne creatures, periodically, when I go down to the astral in human form, I tend to just kind of appear wherever I need to be. Like I said in the Astral College, sometimes I will just pop into a chair. And for some reason, Master always knows I'm coming, and I always end up landing in an empty chair. I've never landed on anyone yet in human form in the Astral College. I have accidentally bowled over a few people and a few creatures earlier on when I was trying to figure out how to land 2,500 pounds worth of horse flesh doing about 80 miles an hour coming down out of the sky. That was a bit comical. And yeah, I woke up with whiplash one morning, and the doctor was confused at how I got whiplash, and well, he just didn't get it. Of course, I didn't tell him. Can't blame me for that one. Enjoy your flight. Remember to learn how to land, how to take off, how to bank, climb, dive. Choose a space of air where you can practice. If you'll ask your master where you can go to practice flight, they will find an area for you that can be quickly designed for that. They'll attempt to make sure that the airspace is clear so that you don't hurt yourself or someone else. You usually have just a little bit of area where you're kind of doing, not tight circles, but you're staying in a relative bank so that you don't fly over other people's space. Once you learn what you're doing and you're ready to take flight, if you're learning under a master, communicate with your master before you just fly off out into the wild blue yonder. Make sure they think you're ready. If you're a solitaire and you're working without a master and you're studying strictly under your counsel, have fun. It's not easy. Been there, done that. This being said, I'm going to wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. And do put your comments in the area below. We're always interested in good ideas, thoughts, thought-provoking conversations. I've got several more chapters in this video. We may as well call it a video book. And we'll go from there. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day.